and shapen in iniquity. So in the flesh dwelleth no good thing. So I'm not asking you to base your birthright upon earthly things, but the birthright I'm speaking of is the birthright of Jesus Christ. Can anybody remember when you traded in the walk of your life that you lived as a person and you considered to make God the captain and the head of your life? And that's when you received the new birthright. The birthright that says that you're able to inherit the things that you desire from God. The new birthright says unto you, and I feel somebody listening, the new birthright said to you that whatsoever things you desire when you pray, you can have them. That's the new birthright. The new birthright says that he would encamp a host of angels all around about you to hedge you and to protect you. That is the new birthright. But when problems come, when circumstances come and situations, the enemy has a way of robbing you of who you are and what you stand for in God. We might as well be honest. Some people have a false facade of who they are, but you cannot be nobody if you ain't somebody in God. Can I get some help in here? Whoever you think you are, you ain't nobody if you ain't somebody in God. You may say, yes, I am somebody. I drive a 2012 Mercedes-Benz. I am somebody. But traveling down to Memphis, Tennessee, I found out it don't make you nobody because you drive a 2012 Mercedes-Benz. Because as I was sitting at the stoplight in that Mercedes, a man out of nowhere rammed and made that beautiful Mercedes a wrecked piece of junk in the front, all in the matter of seconds. So you can't put your stock in carnal things, because what's there is today won't be there tomorrow. You may say, oh, I'm somebody because I make $150,000 on my job. I come to let you know you can be the most prized possession of your employer, but don't never believe you can't be replaced. Lo and behold, I tell you, I don't care how much you make, you can get a pink slip on your desk in the matter of moments. So you can't bank on your job. You may say, well, if I can't do that, I can bank on how I look. I look so good, hallelujah, that I can summons attention from everybody or anybody. Put stock in it today, baby, but it's gonna change, because the more birthdays you keep having, I don't care what you say, I don't care how you subscribe to Bare Minerals, it's gonna be a change that occurs in your life. Gravity is gonna hit places you didn't think was possible, and you'll find yourself changing beyond your control. Y'all ain't gonna help me because you're victims of gravity, but I'm gonna preach anyhow. There's some things that just has to change. Your hair ain't gonna be as thick as black as it's always been, because time brings about a change. Well, you can do something about that, but you have to understand that no matter what time does, if we get in God, God can reverse the hands of time. He said in His word that He beautifies the meek with salvation. You may not believe it, but how many can let their mind reflect on people that they went to school with, and you can see how it seems like life has dealt them such a horrible hand, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, well, I don't look too bad, but it's not because of you. It's because somewhere down in there you had a relationship with God. Is anybody walking with me? I feel the devil, but I'm gonna preach to him too. He's gonna shout before it's over. You got to understand. I'm gonna have the devil raise his hand before we get out of here. Watch it. You got to understand that God has a desire to commit unto us a birthright that we have never experienced before. But the devil wants to make you believe, who are you? And if we're not careful, we begin to believe the devil. Because of mistakes and choices that we made in our life, we'll begin to say, I'm not worthy to lead the praise esteem. I'm not worthy. Let me slow down and sing in the choir. I'm not worthy. Some of the things I did to disgrace God, I'm not even worthy to call on his name in public places because I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. But Jesus said, don't take that spirit of condemnation, because if you repent to me and mean it from your heart. I like it when God says this. He said, if you call on me and you mean it from your heart while you're calling, even before you can get my name out of your mouth, I've already shown up and answered your request. I've already forgiven you. This way, I like it, I like it, I like it. If God said, I don't forget you like Jane forgive you. I don't forgive you like Billy forgive you, because Billy will forgive you as long as y'all ain't boom booms again. But as soon as you make Billy mad, he'll remember what it was that you upset him about 2 weeks ago. Can I get a witness? But God said, when I forgive you, it's so real, I won't even bring it up no more. The reason I won't bring it up because I can't remember it, because I put the sin from you far as the east is from the west, so I can't even bring it up again. So the devil tried to say, listen, you remember when you was this and you was that. You go back to God and say, God, I'm sorry when I did this. God said, what are you talking about? I've already forgiven you for that. I don't even know what you're speaking of. I've never known when you did that, because I cast it off from me, and I don't even remember that sin. So who do you think you are? It is the devil's job to rob us, Evangelist Tashana, of our confidence. Anybody ever did something wrong and you felt like everybody was looking at you for what you did, or everybody was paying attention to you for what you did, like folks just knew what you did? That's what nothing but pure conviction, because you know you were wrong. But the enemy has us to build a false confidence of who we are, and the false confidence is called arrogance. Well, let me deal with it for a minute. I never seen so many preachers in all the days of my life. Preachers who's arrogant, preachers who's puffed up and proud. That was a man, I'm not trying to talk about no preacher. Man had about 15 members. One of the saints wanted to go and talk to him, and the man said, you got to make office hours with me. You got to make an appointment to talk to me. He said, I'm battling with depression and I need to talk to you, Pastor. He said, don't see me, see the secretary and set up an appointment. You got 15 members, brother. Why do they have to go see a secretary? That ain't nothing but the spirit of arrogance. The devil tries to make us up to be a person that we're not, because there's false arrogance. You feel like sometimes you got to put on a certain kind of dress here, a certain kind of suit to make you feel important. I'm trying to help somebody. You feel like you got to wear a certain kind of cologne to fit in the right class, or drive a certain kind of car. But that ain't no kind of confidence. That's arrogance. Because confidence is saying, I'm getting ready to say something here. Confidence is saying, I'm wearing the same suit I done wore 3 times over again. Matter of fact, I ain't got the money to put in the cleaners. I wash it in the wash machine. But when I step out, I'm just as big in this suit that's been washed 3 times as a man who bought a $600 suit. I'm going to preach it here. Confidence is, can I help somebody here? Confidence is saying, and I don't like to really talk about this money part too much. I don't like that, but you may not have no money in your pocket. But confidence is saying, I'm going to put on the best piece of clothing I got. I'm going to fix my face up, and I'm going to fix my hair. And if I don't have enough hair for the hairdresser, I'm going to do the next best thing. Whatever the case is, I'm going to have it right when I walk out that door. And there ain't no way you going to know I ain't got no money unless you look in my pocket. But I'm going to hold my head up because I belong to God. I'm not going to let my financial condition dictate to me who I am. That's not arrogance. That's confidence. But you have to understand that can only be attained through God. God don't want us being depressed because we don't have the things we desire to have. That's the devil robbing us of who we are. So here, from our lesson example, we look at little David. And David said, let me back up and pause here. I believe that once you put your time in for the Lord, you deserve whatever good that God is going to bring to you.
That's right. All right.
Let me say it again. Y'all a little somber here today. I'm going to preach. I tell you, I'm going to preach. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you.